What is happening, my YT gang? Y'all already know what time it is. We are back with another one, and today we got to talk about it. All right, Mark Wiliams will not be going to LA, in which the Lakers decided to rescind the trade because of some physical issues that my boy Mark Wiliams is having, that the Lakers feel like they didn't want to go through with. And it's a lot of people saying it's because of his back issues, but based off of what John Gonzalez, the information that he's received, in which he's an analyst over there for CBS Sports, he's saying it's bigger than that. All right, he's saying it's a foot injury, in which we all know my boy Mark Wiliams has missed at least 100, I think over 100 games because of injuries. So I can understand why LA decided to bail out of this deal, especially when they trying to build for the future. Now, based off of the whole situation, this is not good for the Lakers. Okay, you got rid of your big man, in which you know that you need that. The ones that you got on your roster is not going to cut it for you. So you had to get a big man. And now that they don't have one, this raised concerns when it comes to them making a run in the playoffs. And it's a lot of people who really felt like they could make a run in the playoffs with getting Williams. And when you look at the style play of my boy Luka and how he did over there in Dallas, he needed that 1-2 punch. That's his style of play. And when I say 1-2 punch, I mean to be able to shoot, bring the defenders up, drive the lane, pull that extra defender to open the lane to throw an alley-oop to his center or his power forward, whichever the case may be. But now he don't have that. You look at the centers that they have on their roster right now, it is not going to cut it. They are not the type of centers that's going to be able to get them deep into the playoffs. So now I kind of feel like that takes a whole turn into what they trying to do with that organization. And now you got Dalton Connect coming back, in which I'm pretty sure he's excited about that in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Because of the fact that he didn't want to go over there to Charlotte. I'm pretty sure he didn't. But at the same time, it's good to see for him. I feel like it's good to see someone that actually wants you to come to their organization and help them for the future. But now that he's back, my biggest question is, how is that locker room going to be? Because we all know that some players did not want him to come back. All right, let's just keep it real. We already know that. But let's check out this footage from my boy John Gonzalez and see what he had to say about this whole situation. Now, this video will be a little delayed. Bear with me on that. But he got some good information. So let's check that footage out.
Yeah, it's highly unusual, Joe, and we're getting details now that it was a health issue, that Mark Wiliams, as you mentioned, he's been often injured. In his career, out of a possible 211 games, he's missed 105. Now, reports are that this isn't about his back, which leads me to believe, without being able to confirm this, that it's his foot injury. He's had a foot injury for a while. He's been plagued by all kinds of different ailments, but the foot has really bothered him. So for the Lakers to decide, hey, we're going to fail him on this physical, the foot issue has to be pretty bad, because they obviously valued Mark Wiliams very highly here. And this sets up a whole host of problems for the Lakers. For the Charlotte Hornets, you get your guy back, Mark Wiliams, and maybe you move him down the line. Maybe he heals up and he's okay. But for the Lakers now, there's no way for them to fix their issues where they needed big men. And now on top of that, you're going to have an awfully awkward reunion with Dalton Connect and Cam Reddish. The big get, obviously, was Luka, and you're happy about that, right? But a lot of people, including me, praised the Lakers for going out and getting Mark Wiliams, and rightly so. And they gave up not an insignificant amount, Joe. I mean, you give up a 20-31 unprotected first. You give up a 20-30 pick swap. You give up your first-round pick in Dalton Connect. Apologies to Cam Reddish, a little bit of a throw and fodder there. But, yeah, they identified the problem, which was they needed size, they needed rebounding, and Luka loves a lob threat. Okay, presto, Mark Wiliams solves all those problems for you. Now, without Mark Wiliams and the trade deadline having passed, you're back to basically having no size and not having any functional bigs. You've got Jackson Hayes, you've got Christian Koloko. Christian Wood has been hurt for a while. He's going to be back in the mix. That's just a poo-poo platter of not great when you look at your size up front. So, yeah, I don't know what they're going to do here.
Yeah, man, like I said, man, it's going to be very interesting when it comes to the Lakers and the decisions that they make from this point going forward, now that they don't have that big man. Because without that big man, I just don't see how they're going to make that run deep into the playoffs. But besides that, let's talk about my boy Austin Reeves. Did you watch him last night? Did y'all watch him play against the Pacers? No Luka, no LeBron. He was the guy. JJ Redick had a whole conversation with him before the game, telling him, hey, look, man, you got to have a 38, 8, and 8 kind of game tonight. And he went out there and just responded. This man went out there and got 20 points in the first half. This is the first time he's ever done that in his whole entire career. His defense was there. His energy was there. His offense was there. He did everything he had to do to solidify that win last night. This man dropped 14 points in the fourth quarter, okay, in which helped him surpass his all-time scoring high in his career. This was only his third 30-point game this season, in which prior to that, he only had 3 30-point games his whole entire career. He ended with 45 points, 7 assists, 7 rebounds, and 3 steals. The boy balled that, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. And that's something that you want to see if you're a LeBron or you're a Luka and you're not playing, man. To see him step up like that, that's real big. That's real big for the Lakers. I ain't gonna lie. But at the same time, even with my boy balling out like that, it still ain't gonna be enough for them to make a deep run into the playoffs. So the biggest question I got for the Lakers now is, what do you have up under your sleeves that you can utilize to help put you back in a position to make a deep run into the playoffs?